I thought we as adults were supposed to help kids and encourage kids to follow their dreams, not diminish them in any way, shape, or form. So let me tell y'all a little story about two young men that I have the honor of knowing that just pulled the most baller move I've ever heard of in my life. It's some shit that I wouldn't even thought of, and I think it's some weird shit, okay? For the past 2 years, I have had the honor of sponsoring two of my local athletes from my local high school. They are on the bass fishing team because I believe in my heart that if a kid wants to fish or be outdoors and play a sport but doesn't have the money to do it, to pay entry fees and stuff like that, and they want to do that instead of go to the bars and go to parties and get on drugs, if I can have any hand in that at all, I wanted to help these two young boys because I could tell they were serious about it. Now, I have had the honor in the last 2 years of watching these two young men turn from boys into men. It has been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my life. They told me when they come about a week and a half ago to the office, I don't get to see them very often because I'm on the road so much doing shows and stuff like that, but they show up every couple months and I load them up with some new hats, and they come by about a week and a half ago and picked up our prototype rods that we got coming out, some lures and some fishing line and stuff like that because they had their state tournament coming up. All right. Well, they were telling me, we got to talking in the warehouse right there, and they were asking me, they said, what do you do when somebody just tells you that you're never going to make it? I said, you prove them wrong. That's all I said. I said, you prove them wrong. If somebody tells you in this life that you can't do something that you have your heart set on, your only job for the remainder of your days is to prove that person wrong, because the only people that aren't pulling for you are pulling against you. All right. There ain't nobody in neutral. And we got to talking and stuff. Apparently one of these teachers at their high school where they are currently enrolled at and on the bass fishing team was telling them that these two boys needed to quit living with their head in the clouds, that they would never be professional bass fishermen, that they needed to choose them a real career and focus on that. This is coming from their teacher now, right? I thought it was their job to try to encourage kids to chase their dreams, but apparently not anymore. It really upset these two kids because they have been doing fantastic, and I couldn't be more proud of them for what they've done and the character that they have. I mean, they represent my outdoor company. They represent Triple B Outdoors. And I have never once heard anything bad. When somebody wants to come up and take a picture with them, or if they want them to sign their hat, I've got multiple comments, okay, on my videos and phone calls about how much character these two young men have at 15 and 16 years old. It's absolutely amazing. Well, they had their state tournament come up, which it happened this past weekend. That's why they came by my office a couple of weeks ago. They had to get prepared for it and get the stuff that they needed for it. Well, they ended up winning that tournament, y'all. And I was through the moon. I was over the moon about them. They won scholarships. They won all kind of stuff. But the most baller thing that they did was, you know how at the end of every year that in school, like the last couple of days of school, you know, the kids start bringing the teachers like a gift, like, thank you for all that you've done. You were my favorite teacher, this, that, and the other. Well, they went into this teacher's class that told them that they wouldn't never make it. And all the students were getting up and they were giving their teachers a present, you know, hey, here's a gift basket, you know, here's a gift card, here's a fruit basket, this, that, and the other. When it came to the time for my two men, and I'm calling them men because they made a baller ass decision, when it came time for them to get up and present the teacher with a gift for the year that the teacher had put in, both of them came to the conclusion that there's only one place that they want that state championship trophy. And they both walked up and set that state championship trophy right on that teacher's desk and looked at her dead in the eyes and said, you may have gave up, but we never will, and walked out the class. I could not be more proud to sponsor these two boys in bass fishing. And just, boys, if y'all are watching this video, I want y'all to know something. I've got a lot of good friends who are professional bass fishermen, all right? One of my best friends in the world is Gerald Swindle. I got James Watson on speed dial, and I can get in touch with any of them, buddy. Y'all keep on the straight and narrow. Y'all continue to chase y'all's dreams, and if old Zach can help y'all in any way, shape, or form, buddy, I'm here. Support your kids, support their dreams. Don't diminish them. Just because you failed don't mean they're going to. Shit.